morning. Oh, you're so muddy. Good morning, Reg. Hello. Your rug's wonky. Let's sort that out. Hey. Good boy. There you go. Have you had a nice sleep? Right. Brekkie. Good morning, everyone. Gosh, what a week. I have not posted in 2 weeks. For those of you that don't know, Reggie has been very, very ill, which at first we thought he had colic, but as of last week, we found out he had really, really high internal inflammation rate. There's a lot to explain, so I thought we could spend the morning together and I could walk you through it a bit, what my morning looks like now, and we can debrief. I can let you all know how Reggie's getting on. We can catch up because it's been so long and I've missed you guys. Okay, first things first, the horses need breakfast. Breakfast is looking a little different nowadays. Since Reggie has been ill, we have changed his feed up to kinder feeds to keep his stomach happy while he is poorly. So both of the boys get Speedy Beet, which I put some on to soak last night in one of my buckets. So let's give them each some Speedy Beet. And for Bug, so when we left off, I posted a video saying that Reggie had colic and been poorly. This is Bugsy's Light and Lean from Spillers. So there's a lot that's happened since then. When Reggie first got ill, he had colic. So we were all stations go. We had 3 visits from the vet, and after the 3rd visit and 4 days he was given the all clear. So we thought, great, Reggie's got the all clear, we can move on with our lives. And I was actually going to come back to posting the week after. However, a couple of days later, Reggie started to go majorly downhill again. He looked really just drained and knackered. He was just lying down all the time and didn't want to get up, didn't want to move. It was really hard getting him up. So immediately we thought, he's colicking again. So we rushed the vet out. The vet didn't sound too confident on the phone and said, it sounds like he's colicking again. We'll send someone out. So they sent someone out as an emergency. And they arrived here within 20 minutes. Got here, got out the car, said, yeah, this is colic, he's colicking again. See how he goes through the night, but if he doesn't get any better, he is going to need to come into hospital. And depending on what we find, we might need to make the decision to put Reggie down, which broke my heart. I've not cried as much as I've cried the past few weeks in my life. So we trusted the vet, she went away, then something didn't feel right, and it's actually my amazing friend Rue that said this. She was like, something doesn't feel right, we need a second opinion. So Rue got straight on it, and I will say Rue throughout this has just been my saving angel, and also Reggie's. She got straight on the phone to her vet, got him to come out the next day. So he came out and looked at Reggie. Okay, let's give these a mix. We'll have a little interlude. So at the moment Reggie's on very kind food. So he's got Speedy Beet, Bailey's Balancer and Happy Hoof. And Bugsy has got what he normally has, which is Speedy Beet, Light and Lean Balancer from Spillers, Happy Hoof, turmeric and garlic. Ignore the state of the tack room. We're currently in the process of knocking through and renovating it. Do you know what else we need to do? Because Reggie tips his food everywhere, or he has a habit of doing that, I have to make his, he has steroids as a treatment. I'll tell you why he's having steroids in a minute, but he's on steroids at the moment and he tips his food everywhere, so he has to have those first. Let's get the bat box out. I just give him his steroids with a handful of Happy Hoof, just so it gets them down and I can definitely see if he's had them all. He's lying down. He always does this before a meal. He gets frustrated if I take a while, and because I'm filming, I am taking a while today. Okay, steroids. Put a little bit of water in it and mix. Then we'll take Reggie's and Bugsy's. We'll come back for Reggie's proper dinner in a minute. Hello. Right, you've got to eat your steroids. Don't tip them over. You want Bugsy's now, don't you? Nope, you've got to eat this. Reggie's a really picky eater. He won't eat things if it's too wet. However, he is only allowed wet food at the moment, so you just can't win. So Reggie's on steroids because the second vet came out to give a second opinion, because we just weren't convinced it was colic this time. He was showing some weird signs, like being incredibly lethargic. He was lying down but not rolling, and it was just altogether not what you would expect with colic. And the vet also said this, who came out to see him. Like, he wasn't trying to get down to roll or anything, he was just hanging his head very low and looked absolutely knackered. Right, have you finished everything? Whoa, come on, just lick the bowl out. So this vet came out and he was like, I don't think this is colic, which was kind of music to my ears, kind of not, because I was like, what is it then? Is it something worse? And he didn't know. He did an inflammation test, an internal inflammation test, and it came back really high. He was at 324 and it should have been between 0 and 5, which was just alarm bells for internal organs, kidney, liver, all of that. Okay, I think you are finished with that. But do you know what? You can have this door open because you've got your rope across. And we'll give Bugsy his because he's very impatient. There you go, Bug. Oh, you're taking your hay net down. Such a messy horse. This will make sense in a minute. I didn't tie this. It was my mum or my dad or maybe even Lee. We got the inflammation test back. It was a really simple test. Showed very high levels, so we got a blood test to check these internal organs. So I was still very freaked out, but I was really confident in this vet that this time Reggie was in the right hands. He's just broken out. Of course he has. Have you broken out as well? This is annoying, but it's reassuring to me. I'm going to have to put Mumbles in because you've broken into your feed area. He's obviously feeling a lot better. So, very high inflammation rates. We did a blood test to see, yeah, you've just come to see your friends, haven't you? To see what was going on. I'm going to have to shut your door this time. The bloods came back fine. There was just very high inflammation, of course, which we knew. So, the vet doesn't know what's going on still. Oops. Right, here you go. Have that. I'm very tired if you can't tell. So bloods came back fine, however the inflammation rates were high, so there is something wrong or something has happened. We don't know if he had colic. We just don't know. He probably did have colic the first time we had the vet out. However, this time it was very high inflammation rates. So we don't know what's caused these high rates. So we're still not out of the woods, which is just exhausting because we've had the past 2 weeks has just been a waiting game and it's really taken out of me mentally. Have you finished? You've tipped it out, but I think you finished. So I'm really grateful for this vet that we had out. His name is Joe. He's amazing. I'm really grateful to my friend Rue. She has done everything for me this week, so I have been able to just focus on Reggie and getting up at all hours of the night to come and see him and make sure he's okay. She has gone as far as to organise vet visits, liaise with vets, which has just taken a huge weight off my shoulder because I've not been in the right frame of mind for it. So this is where we're up to. He has high inflammation rates, which with steroids, here's where the steroids come in. He's been prescribed steroids for it. With steroids, it's going down. I'll show you a picture. So this picture is after 2 days of steroids. The T line is Reggie, so can you see it goes a lot fainter? That's only after 2 days of a very low dose of steroids. So he's on a higher dose now for the next 5 days. This is day 2 out of 5. He's on 10 tablets a day, which you saw me put in his feed. And once the inflammation levels are down, it will be whichever next step our vet thinks we should go from there. And that really will dictate what we do with Reggie next. Okay, interlude time, because the boy has finished and he wants to go out. First things first, let's gather buckets. Let's just double check he's had all his steroids. Yeah, he has. That's good. What we'll do first is wash our buckets out. Reggie, you can finish this. I think this has been soaking since 5 this morning when my mum came down to feed him. So that's when my mum comes in with the hay nets. She and my dad and Lee, over the past few nights, now that we know that Reggie is stable, they have been down a lot more taking my shifts. So for the past few nights, I've actually had a full night's sleep, which has been so nice and so needed. And they have just been coming up. I think tonight I'll be back on it, just because I think they need a little break now. But it's been very, very helpful. And that's why Bugsy pulled his net down, because I think my mum does quite loose knots because she's scared that they're going to get caught in it. Good boy. Where's your ball? Where's that ball? Where is it, Bo? She just wants a cuddle. Hang on. Hang on. Hang on. Okay. Come on then. Oh, you a silly boy. Okay. I know. You're such a sweetie. Good boy. Right, we've got to sort ponies. Guys, it's an hour. It's okay. It's an hour later. My GoPro died just as I started mucking out. Well, it's 2 hours later actually. GoPro died as I started mucking out, so just like magic, I've done all the yard chores. So we've just got to hang up some hay and then we're going to get the horses in. Come on, you can help. As you can see, just magic. Magical. Taking all the wet out because they take that out daily and made their beds all nice for them again. Let's get Reggie's hay net. Here it is. Here she is. Oh, babe. A Labrador that doesn't like water. Tie her up. One thing, while Reggie's been ill, my hands have been very dry. Okay. There we go. Let's put another net in and then we'll go out. Go and get them then. Bit of a mess in here, but it works. We'll give him this one. That one's got too big a holes, I'll finish that too quick. One thing I need to say while I'm doing this video, and I think I have already said it, but I'm very, very tired, and I don't think I'm talking in the order I should be, is that Reggie is really still not out of the woods yet. The steroids are going to get rid of the inflammation, but after that we don't know what the cause is of the inflammation. It could be a one-off thing that we don't need to look into any further, but it could be something. So he really isn't completely out of the woods. Hey Bugsy. And I need to say that because things have been so up and down this week, you just can't take anything for granted, not even when they look happy and healthy like this. The steroids are making him inflammation wise better. However, it's going to be a long road still, and he won't be featuring on my channel as much. He might feature on my long format videos because he's a part of them, and he's, of course I still look after him, but he won't be getting ridden. He won't be in a lot of my short format videos unless there's a reason for him to be, like a morning routine, but he certainly won't be getting ridden. I'm just taking all the pressure off him. Oh yeah, he just doesn't, and he feels better on the steroids, so he doesn't understand that actually I'm not bringing him in because I'm mean. I'm bringing him in because he can't have too much of anything at the moment. So I did just want to say that, and I don't know what the future is going to hold, but in 3 days time when the vet comes back, we will be able to start looking into the cause of this and hopefully get some good answers. Hey Reg. But I'm just so pleased that the steroids are making him comfortable because he was so poorly. So he won't be featuring a lot. Bugsy will be taking up the, look how muddy he is. Bugsy will be taking up the task of being the face of the brand, and Reggie will be taking a back seat and just focusing on getting better, hey? But I wanted to do an update, even though we're still not out of the woods, because I've not posted for 2 weeks. I'll be getting back to posting now that he's stable, and I'm just really grateful for my friend Rue. Oh, careful, don't trip over. Very grateful for my friend Rue, and I'm very grateful for Joe the vet. Good boy, that's good poo. That is what we like. Because for a time his poos were very small. That is healthy. So that is the update I just wanted to give on Reggie, because I've been so radio silent. I will be posting a little bit more now, as I said. However, Reggie won't be featuring for obvious reasons. He's focusing on his recovery, and so am I. So there's our update. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.